You could recall, following the abolition of slavery, there was a demand for workers because the recently freed blacks were not prepared to continue on the various estates throughout the region. And so it was the planters requested from their mother country, which was, at that time was the United Kingdom in England, to get workers here. And India was a colony of England at the time. And we know that even before us, the Portuguese were brought here, and then they realized maybe we need to get the Indians to be part of the labor force. So indentureship started even before the Indians came, with the Portuguese, followed by the Indians. And the first ship, the Travancore, landed in the area of Edinburgh with approximately 258 people who left India but arrived with 260 at Edinburgh at that time, on the 4th of June, 1861. So there is where the East Indian came in that area at Edinburgh, landed here, and were dispersed to the various estates across the country. 8 other ships came during that period from 1861 to 1880, and we were able to get a total of 2,474 Indians journeying here on those 8 ships, the last one being the Lightning. And at that point, they decided to stop the indentured system. And on the 7th of October 1882, about 50 Indians left their various posts in Argyll and all the other estates coming down, and journeyed their way into Kingston to protest the condition that they were facing and to demand that their contracts be honored. They actually requested to return to India. So following that period, when they were able to get the ear of the administrator at the time, we were able to get about 1,141 of them returning to India. Others went across many of these Caribbean islands, and the remainder remain here. And most of us here are descendants of those who remain on the various estates or beside the various estates. So many of them left the estates. They settled in places like Rosebank, Richland Park, up in the north in Langley Park, in Park Hill, yes, Acres, Calder. You call the names. You know where a lot of the Indians settled. And we were able to develop ourselves from that period. And many of you are here, 3rd, 4th, 5th generation of Indians, must recognize the importance of that day, the 1st of June. I want to all put your hands together for the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for recognizing the importance of that day. So we got it recognized from Parliament in March of 2007, and since then we come here to engage in the reenactment experience and to recognize and celebrate Indian Arrival Day. We didn't do it for the last 2 years because of COVID, but here we are today once again recognizing the importance of this day to all of us. The Indians are a very important part of this St. Vincentian community. We are able to contribute significantly in all spheres of life. We have people in business, in farming, in medicine, in law. We have Indians serving in all fields. So we know there's one special thing about Indians. They say the Indians have a way of hiding their money under their pillows, and they are people who don't spend a lot, right? They don't spend a lot. They are able to organize and develop themselves, and were able to invest in businesses